Hello, European time zones. Hello, resident American representation of Nijisanji here to represent democracy, liberty, and heart disease. Hello. Hoi, 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 hoi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I woke up this morning, logged into my office network, answer one email. I made fried rice for lunch with chili oil and kimchi. I helped my dad install a new washing machine. I started stream. Simple life for a simple girl. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. I was a very good noodle. I was in bed by 2 a.m. and I slept until 10. Well, I did sporadically wake up to check, because after, the way it works, I wake up at 7 to, around 6:45 or 7 to log in for work. And then I have an alarm that goes off every hour just to make sure I don't miss like a Teams ping or something. Yeah. Share the rice, I ate it, and it was delicious. You're at work, commit time theft. You owe these big corporations nothing! Just don't get fired. The job market is horrible right now. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, hi. Lamb vintage. That's a I wish I liked a lamb, but lamb's a bit gamey for me. You made an angel fried this rice? Hell yeah, I did. I make a mean fried rice. Currently still in time. Hell yeah. What you gotta do is you gotta take the MSG and kind of just salt bay it into the wok. You know? Suction. Exactly. The job market is pretty bad. I know it's pretty bad in America. I don't know how it is overseas or elsewhere right now, but in America, it's pretty bad. I don't know if it's on a global scale or if it's just an American scale right now. Hello, I'm not European. I am the most American member of Nijisanji. Yeah, I don't take any if, and, or buts about it. I am the most American member of this branch. Of this entire corporation. I'm American as fuck. I'm aggressively American. Aggressively American. I've been voting ever since I was registered. I know how to work a grill. I make burgers all the time. I eat French fries and go down to the gun range. I'm a true American. But yeah, it's just very American. The most American thing is how much I love Costco. Come on, Costco's pretty base, though. They actually treat their employees with respect. The $1.50 hot dog, now that's the American dream right there. $1.50 for a hot dog? Girl, that's like 1/5 of a boba here. Crazy. Someone messaged me on Teams. Uh-oh. And this better not be important. What? I got a quirky little Teams message. How come it's not showing up? What? What is this? A team dinner? Oh, hell no. No. The other most American thing about me is me hard dodging any kind of team building activity my office wants to put me through. No. You have to buy my time. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're like, oh look, it's for when I'm gonna be gone later this month for a few days because I'm being kidnapped to a stupid work function. And like, guys, team dinner. I'm like, I'm gonna key your cars if you make me do that. It's like straight up, I'm going to Uber home from the sister location office. I'm going to grab food on the way home, or Uber Eats food. I'm going to stay in my hotel room. If they try to pull me out of my hotel room, I will be kicking and screaming. I cannot guarantee their safety. I may gouge an eye or remove a few organs, okay? Yeah. Exactly. Ridiculous. Yeah, team building dinners where you're forced to sit in front of people and pretend to be not completely bothered by their presence. And I love continuing my workplace. I love continuing my workday in a different location with food. That's what lunch breaks are for, babes. Yeah. Where's New York City? Wisconsin, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, you'll put your VTuber into attack mode, and then I'll latch on to the skulls of my enemies and start peeling away their flesh. Yeah. Exactly. If you want me to hang out with you for dinner, I'm sorry. I'm not doing that for free. Not with people that have the... It's like... I'm gonna glue being in corporate America, it's like... I understand everyone has... It's like... Every now and then, I deem myself very normie-coded. I'm like, okay, I haven't watched anime in a few years on account of me being extremely busy, but like, I still engage with like my Renaissance Fair stuff, my LARP stuff. I go to cons still. I still wear Japanese alternative fashion, that kind of thing. But I've always considered myself among the more normie members of the branch. You know, I haven't watched the anime in a while. I think that's the big thing. And so. The thing is, like, you don't know normie until you talk to middle-aged corporate Americans. It's like, if someone comes over to my desk for small talk, they either talk about the weather, a sports team, their recent vacation to Mexico, or, no, those three. Yeah, or cars. And I understand that you probably can't talk about your philosophical beliefs at the workplace or whatever, so I guess your pool of acceptable topics is quite small for the American workplace. But it's like, sometimes I asked one of my coworkers a while back, what do you do in your free time? And they're like, oh, I watch, like, after work I go home, I go on a walk with my dog, and then I just watch Netflix, you know, eat dinner, then I go to bed. That's it. And I asked people, so what do you do for a hobby? They're like, well, I like scrolling through TikTok. I'm like, TikTok is not a hobby, but I meant, like, aside from consuming media, what is your hobby? And they're like, well, sometimes I go on walks. I'm like, okay, walking your dog is something you need for the dog, not a hobby. What is your hobby? And a lot of times, they don't really have an answer for that. Yeah, the only hobby-esque response I got from a coworker was working on their car, because he bought like a beat-up car that he's trying to like revamp. Yeah. And so like, it's like, huh. Well, to be fair, I don't blame them. I don't think they're boring people or anything. It's just that corporate America has a unique way of sucking all the life out of you. So like, yeah. I feel like a lot of times, I can't blame them. I think corporate America is kind of built like that, you know? It's built to keep you perpetually tired and complacent, you know? Okay, here's my crazy theory here. I believe corporate America has designed itself to be extremely tiring and soul-sucking so that it keeps its workers constantly tired and always complacent. So when bad things happen, they have no choice but to lay down and take it, you know? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the way corporate America is truly built. There's research that shows reducing the work week by a single day and having a 3-day weekend as a permanent thing improves productivity. Research has shown that working from home increases overall happiness with your employees. Additionally, your work output stays the same or even higher because they have more time in the day to actually work and not waste 2 hours in their commutes, you know? And so, like, everything about corporate America just screams like, no. We just have to keep you tired so you're complacent, you know? Yeah. And so, like, that's crazy to me. That's bonkers to me. Yeah. It's very strange to me. Well, it's not strange. It's malicious. And I suppose, and for a while I wondered, am I just like the younger person at the office who's perhaps too gung-ho about being anti-big corporation, maybe. And I was like, no, I like being employed and I work very hard for what I have, actually, but I just think that it's not efficient. It's like, I think everyone in the workplace, anyone who's held a job, especially in America, no, all over the world actually, it's a worldwide phenomenon where older people will like, oh, we have to do it this way because it's the way we've always done it. But like, there's a better, faster alternative, but you don't take it because it's not traditional. And it's weird. It's like, you do realize that progress is built on the back of being able to take risks every now and then, you know? And so, and plus it's not even like a big risk. I just don't think we need to have 45 copies of the same file on the computer, okay? I don't think it makes sense to do that. I'm just saying. You know? Yeah, it's crazy. It's very, very crazy. And so, anyways, America, rah! I am American. Yo, old people don't... Well, old people also don't like consuming anything without lead. So, like... I think being in corporate America has made me kind of into an old person hater. Like, not like... Listen, if I see a sweet little granny on the street, I adore her. I love old people. They're great. When a boomer yells at you because he thinks you deleted his email while on a Teams call... Your perspective changes on certain kinds of boomers. It's if I can sense the amount of lead in their blood in their bloodstream just from the way they talk, I think I get a little pissy with them. You know? Like just this week, this gentleman, we're trying to sign people like our client base up for a new for a thing. It's completely necessary to continue our business. It takes less than 30 minutes. If you already have the files on hand, then it takes 10 minutes, okay? Half the time is just waiting for your AP team to get the proper like tax forms. And so, girl, this older gentleman I was on call with to be like, he was like stuck on something, and I was like, you can resend yourself an invite. And so he did. And then he accidentally like clicked it, like delete on it. He accidentally deleted the email. And then he didn't know how to view his deleted emails. And so he started screaming at me saying that I deleted his email. And I was like, sir, you're screen sharing. I have no control over your computer or what's happening on it. And he's like, then why did it delete itself? I'm like, sir, you clicked on the delete button. It should be in the deleted tab of your mail. And he was like, I don't see it though. I'm like, you're not clicking on the deleted tab of your mail, sir. It's like, it's crazy how quickly these people turn to anger, and I'm someone with admittedly a rather short fuse, and even I have more patience than that because I don't have lead in my system, you know? Crazy, Dio. It's truly something else. Truly something else. Thank you for the Shupa Vivicor. Just why the thumbnail? Isn't it beautiful? Don't you like it? Paxi, thank you for the Shupa. Gooby, I miss Gooby. I'm also in Bulgaria now. I don't know how I got here. Wow. Bulgaria. I never been to Bulgaria. The only places in Europe I've been to are Italy, France. Yeah. I have like relatives who live in France. And a long time ago, I visited the Vatican. Very fascinating stuff. Devlin, happy 30 months. I'm here protesting work. Ain't attending no meetings today. Hell yeah, brother! Nice! Stick it to the man.
Mods, cue the sniper.
The hell with that. Thank you for the Super Vivi Core Cinema. Guto, thank you for the Super Early Goop. Yeah, the early goop gets the stream. Corgi, thank you for the Shupa. Lamau, dork. Mods kill this guy. Larry, thank you for the Shupa. Phantom, thank you for the Shupa. Gooby live a simple life. She makes chili oil fried rice. She takes out whole washing machine. And then she comes to Burby stream. Yippee! My lifestyle is very simple. I wake up at 4:45 a.m. I go to the office. I arrive home at 4:30 p.m. I take an hour and a half to eat, sleep, shower, or work out. I stream until around 10 p.m. I then do offline work, and I've been clocking lots of overtime at my day job lately. So it's just been after stream working on my day job stuff. NSFW, pardon. Holland, sorry. And then I go to bed around 1 a.m. and then I wake up at 4:45 to repeat it all over again. But however, on days where I don't go to work, I sneak in double the sleep. Yeah. Thank you, Phantom. Thank you for the guaco hot dog. Baby Court, thank you for the shupa. New York City is obviously in Wisconsin. Gabriel, thank you for the shupa. Aya, hello Aya. In your honor, I'm doing some time theft watching The Office. Some time theft watching in The Office, pretending I'm busy. Hell yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Steal that corporate time. You owe them nothing. Baby Court, thank you for the shupa. To survive, just say okie dokie. Yeah. A lot of times in like corporate office settings, you just have to be like, okay, you're not really allowed to say no to a lot of things, especially if you're trying to like play the office politics game. Yeah. Time theft in the office with Gooby is all we live for. It's a Friday. Girl, I tend to do these like European streams on Friday because a lot of American viewers tend to be at the office on Friday. But it's Friday. Nothing gets done anyways. Okay, I think there's like a universal pact amongst all like corporate like office workers of America where we all kind of mutually agree just not to get anything done on Friday. You know? It's basically weekend lights, but except my body's in the office. Yeah, exactly. A lot of Corpo Fridays are just, you're lucky I bothered showing up, you know? You're lucky I gave enough of a fuck to roll up today. Yeah, read only Friday, precisely. Yeah, I never had like a regular workday Friday. It's either everything's on fire, we need to evacuate now, or nothing's happening and everything's right with the world. Yeah. But hell yeah, if you only work Monday or Thursday, that's great. I think a 3-day weekend should be normalized. It's like it's crazy to me. It's crazy how backwards it all is. I'm telling you, all of it is done to keep the workers tired and complacent. I'm telling you, it's not a conspiracy, it's real. I'm very sure it's real. They're keeping us down for a reason. Yeah. Something's always on fire, but as long as it's not on my lap, I don't care. If the fire's happening, but it's not in my department or on my lap, I don't give a fuck. It can burn forever for all I care. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's corporate America. Something's always on fire, but if it's got nothing to do with me, I don't care. It's not my freaking problem. Not my freaking problem. Too bad. Not my freaking problem. You can handle it, Rebecca. You'll be fine. If it's not my responsibility, it's not my responsibility. Normalizing on the internet. Honestly, my company still uses Teams a lot. We don't really have physical meetings very much anymore, thank God. Every day a problem I could solve with just an email. Girl. So many. I think the most commonly said phrase among all office people is this meeting could have been an email. Also, can I just say, I prefer communicating through email because it's a paper trail. Like sometimes we'll discuss things over the phone or over like a Teams meeting, and I would like to have notes. So like it'd be nice just to like, the thing is with emails you have timestamps. You have the exact day and exact time and context for previous interactions. For Teams meetings, even if I take notes, I have a disjointed sticky note sitting on my desk. No prior context, nothing. So theoretically, yes, I can remember that. Yes, I can write notes for context, yes. But with emails already there. Okay? It's like one of my clients, I asked them because I'm trying to track tariffs and stuff right now. And so I asked my client, hey, can you give me like a just give me the like product flow of how you get your stuff to us. And they're like, oh, I'll give you a call about it. No! Give me the freaking email. Why does everything have to be a call with you people? I can take calls. I'm excellent at that now. However, is there a particular reason why you want to tell me something? Just write in an email. Because you're going to have to trust me to remember everything you say in a call. And inevitably, you're going to get annoyed with me if I say, pardon, can you repeat that? You know? God forbid they talk kind of fast or kind of quiet, or their phone is made out of mac and cheese. It sounds so crispy and so bad. And so like it's annoying. Why risk me misinterpreting or mishearing and getting it wrong when I can simply get it from the horse's mouth? Just email it to me, okay? It mitigates any kind of risk in that sense, you know? And so it's like, I don't understand this. It's like a lot of old people in the workplace often choose the most counterintuitive, like dumb ways of doing things. I don't mind using phone calls. I think phone calls are important. I think it humanizes both sides, and business negotiations are easier when you can actually hear a person. You actually know it's a person and not just a text on a screen. I get that. I'm willing to do that. But if I'm asking for just arbitrary pieces of information, if I'm just asking you for straight up information, just email me, you know? Yeah. It's so annoying. Super duper duper annoying. Yeah. No. Even if it has like, even if it's a particularly complicated thing. If it's a complicated thing, I'm writing that shit down. I'm emailing you. Because if it's complicated enough for me to explain it in multiple paragraphs, how are you gonna remember all that? Genuinely. I actually have respect for my clients. And so if I explain a difficult concept, I'm emailing them so they can reread it. And they can have it in their back pocket whenever they want, you know? I'm not going to force them to jot down notes at the speed of Mach 5 considering how fast I talk. And so, no, I do the decent thing and I send them an email. And if they need further explanation, I'll call them. But I'll always send an email first. Always. Yeah. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, my college has been doing the thing again. They somehow got my email back on a list. So my college has been bugging me to send them money. And so I got annoyed. So I found the emails to a bunch of people at my business school administration, like their administrative offices. And I signed them up for the Church of Satan, the Church of Scientology. I also signed them up to receive notifications for multiple local political campaigns. And I also signed them up for various fast food, corporate email stuffs. And I also, one of them I recognized as someone I didn't like in the administration for my business school. And so, I basically, what was it? Oh yeah, there's like a lot of, I heard that when you're trying to sell property, people get really crazy about it. Like, if someone in my town hears they're trying to sell a piece of property, they will hound you for ages. And so I found an agent who was like, oh, you have a property you want to sell? Tell me right now, and give me your email, and I'll contact you about it. And so I sent their emails to that too. Yeah. Yeah. And so I've been getting really annoyed by these constant emails from my university because I've called them multiple times now to get me off their stupid list, but they re-add me every couple of years. And so I decided to harass them back, but tenfold. And unfortunately for them, I know how to LinkedIn stalk. And so I found various emails for people within the business school administration at my university. And I signed them up for the Church of Satan, the Church of Scientology. I got them in touch with like a bunch of other mega churches and that kind of thing. So they're gonna get ridiculous amounts of emails. Yeah, it's legal, so it's fine. Think of me as a friendly neighbor. I really think they could use the word of Satan. And so I send them up for the Church of Satan. Yeah, why not? You know? Yeah. Exactly. If you're gonna harass me to give you money after you put me in debt, I think you deserve worse, actually. I think you deserve the blood eagling, personally. It's legal, but not right. It's not right to harass me for money years after I graduated, okay? Yeah. Oh, nice going, Hardy. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, and so I actively chose violence, and I decided to harass them. Yeah. And this is like, I've called their front office multiple times, like, hey, I told you guys to take me off your list now, please. Like, oh, okay, sorry about that. And then they try to sneak you back on the list like a year or two later to hope that you didn't notice. And so, like, yeah, I personally hate my university. I was only there for my degree. I have no emotional connection to it. Funny enough, I actually have a good emotional connection to my former high school. My high school is run by nuns, and it's so fascinating because like people tend to have a bad time in high school, but because I went to an all-girls school, it was very chill. It's very not relaxing. It was very stressful. It was very stressful. Like, it was a very academically challenging time of my life, absolutely. But the staff and the students were fabulous, so I really have no complaints. I was not particularly popular. I was kind of a loser, but that's fine. I didn't get treated mean because of it, so it was nice. Yeah. Exactly, Sinister. Parasites! Vivicore, thank you for the super. I, the subscriber, exactly. I subscribed you onto a bunch of services you didn't want or ask for. Yeah. Call them and said, take me off your list forever. Girl, do you think I called them the last few times and was like, hey, can you take me off your list for specifically only a year, then add me back on so you can annoy me with your dumb shit again? I feel kind of bad because I did get pretty snappy because I think the first time it happened and I got so tired of it after hitting unsubscribe a million times, I was like, I called the front desk and I was like, hey girl, I know for a fact this is not your doing, but this is getting ridiculous. Like, I will not give you a single cent. Take me off your list now, you know? I know you're just the messenger, but this is pissing me off. And she was like, okay, I'm sorry. I went ahead and I put in a notice to remove you from our email list. Then I'll be put back on. So, at this point, they deserve it. Yeah, at this point, they deserve it, okay? So I signed them up to the email list for several megachurches throughout the United States. I also signed them up for Scientology, Satan, and also several realtors around my city. So they're gonna get flooded. Good. It's very easy to do it, by the way. Is it unethical? Maybe. Is it hilarious? Yes. Is it deserved? Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. No, I actually sent an email to the president of my university to stop it, and she never answered me, so... Yeah. And to be fair, I do not like my university because despite multiple students being held at gunpoint, robbed, or otherwise mugged because we're kind of in a sketchy area, my university did nothing. But they built a new basketball court! And so you can say I have a grudge against my university. There were several assaults that occurred. And so my university hired police, but only in the busiest areas of the campus. So the actual areas where the assaults took place, there's no police still. And people get mugged, they get robbed at gunpoint, that kind of thing. It happened a lot. And so, because the security was so understaffed, even if you called for police escort to take you to your car, it would take about an hour for them to get to you. Yeah. And so I actually have a grudge against my university, and I already hated them for that, but with the emails, it took me the fuck out. You may have committed crimes, but I draw the line at spam email. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's kind of common for US universities, to be honest. They're too busy investing in their sports teams to, you know, care about the welfare of their actual student body, you know? Hi, Rico. Hi. Yeah. Exactly. I signed them up for Satanism. It's a registered religion, isn't it? Yeah. And so, anyhoy. America, rah! America. That's why I refused. If I can get away with not buying textbooks in university, I would get away with it. Because a lot of the times, the library had copies of the whatchamacallit. Yeah, they had copies of textbooks we required in class. And so, girl, I would just take photos of my phone. And then I just read them over my phone, you know? Yeah. And so, like, I refuse to buy these textbooks. But the thing is, some of my classes required you to buy a digital textbook complete with a specific homework code. So if you did not buy the $100 textbook, you can't do your homework and you'll flunk. And so, that was pure evil. Yasako, thank you for the super. Library mentioned. The library was pretty cool, though. Yeah, our library was pretty big. And what's cooler is that we're technically not supposed to take photos of the insides of books, but even the librarian was in on it because she was like, yeah, this is bullshit. Y'all are already broke college kids. Spending hundreds of dollars per semester on your textbooks is crazy. And so, we just never did it. And so even like the library and most library staff was pretty chill with you taking photos with the insides of textbooks and that kind of thing. And so they're super duper lenient. Yeah, the librarians were super chill. Super duper chill. And they even allowed food. They're just like, hey, just like, if you're gonna touch a book, make sure you wash your hands after you eat. And we actually never had issues with the library because we actually had massive respect for the librarians and the staff there. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No, I did have a professor in business school who wrote I think it was an econ textbook. Yeah, and she actually gave it to us for free. She was like, normally they would charge you for this, but because you're my students, I'm giving it to you for free. Here's your required reading. You know, so that was pretty based. Yeah, textbook companies deserve to be destroyed, exploded even. Here's my psychotic take. I believe textbooks should be included in tuition already. You know? I think they should be included in tuition. I think the university should pay for those, you know? If they're going to be the authority figures in our education, they should be handling that for us. In my humble opinion. Also, it would prevent these stupid textbook companies from basically a monopoly. That's why they're so expensive. It's pure evil, I'm telling you. It's corporate greed. Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous. Yeah. Especially when they're required. Exactly. Precisely. If it's required, then it should be part of the tuition then. It should be included already. Yeah. And so, ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous. It's just that university, I have no loyalty to my college. Zero loyalty. Zero. Absolutely zero. Meanwhile, while they're building a new basketball court, 4 girls over the past, I think, maybe like 5 semesters were assaulted in the garage. You know? Like, it's just, like, guys, is it woke to think that I should walk around campus without fear of being attacked? You know? Kind of crazy. Kind of insane. You know, I do believe that, like, yes, college is expensive, but it is higher education. Understandable. Okay, it is what it is. However, penniesing and dimesing, like, your student body who's already broke is crazy to me. Shut up, Maros. Thank you for the Akasuba. Who you calling a nerd? Who you calling a dweeb? Whom's the fuck art thou calling a nerd? I'm cool as heck right now, I'll have you know. I'll have you know. Oh, I forgot to give you lap rights. Wait. I forgot. Burbies have lap rights this week. Yum. Let me find my Burby. Where is Borb? Where's my Borby? I promised the Burbies lap rights. There you go. Okay. There you go. You can sit on my lap. Okay. Good Borby. Good Borb. Thank you for the Akashuba Maros. Who you call nerd? Nerd! Silence! Don't tell me you're a European sympathizer! Not in my good American chat! Hi, Robin. No, I'm not. Shut up. No! Stinkies. No, I'm not. No. I'm American, therefore I'm cool. America, fuck yeah! Okay? Nice try, but as an American, I'm naturally cool. The liberty and microplastics in my blood state that I'm cool as hell. Alright? I am the coolest. Okay? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, Phantom, thank you for the shupo. College textbook fund for Gooby. Girly. The average price for one textbook for one of my classes in business school was around $100. Don't get me started. If you're in STEM, if you, God forbid, you go into to anything related to STEM. Mind you, business school's for dumb bitches like me, and the books are slightly cheaper. In STEM, you're paying $200 easily per textbook, per class, per semester. It's like, I know my roommate spent well into like $1,000 or $2 for her textbooks throughout her education in college. Terrible. Insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Yeah, see you later, Sinister. Yeah. Thank you, Phantom. Thank you, Yasako. Tip to those concerned. Research your state's community college system. It varies from state to state, but I know the California one is amazing. It's a quality baccalaureate for a bachelor's degree for like 5K is possible. Girl, I don't didn't know how much I had to pay for college. And not to mention commuting. So I lived in an apartment near campus for a while because my commute is about almost 2 hours. And so but anyways, at one point I ran out of money and I couldn't pay for an apartment anymore, so I moved back in with my parents. And my commute was about an hour and a half to university. Then I drove to the outskirts of town for about 2 hours. No, about an hour and a half to go to work. Then 2 hours back home. So I would square off between 3 to 5 hours per day in my car. And so at that point, my parents took pity on me and helped me pay for my gas because I was being paid the state minimum wage at my job. Okay, my job was indeed related to my degree. It was kind of like, it was an internship at first, but then I actually started getting paid properly for it, and I was paid my state minimum wage, which basically meant I was not paid. I was essentially paid in thoughts and prayers, you know. And so the thing is, my parents took pity on me and they helped me pay for half my gas. So like, I appreciate it. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you. And so yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. It was kind of insane. I was spending around 3 hours minimum in my car per day. Minimum. No traffic. Like if there's like a federal holiday and like everything is closed, then yeah, maybe. But like on a regular day, 3-4 hours. 5 on horrible days. But thank you, Sako. Never thank you for the Akashupa. To our European Aiadmirers, don't be foolish as door. No! Silence, European sympathizer! I'm the coolest. I'm very cool. And, I'm American as frick! Thank you, Mavros. Thank you. Robin, thank you for the Shupa. It only takes 100 or so 100 or so Supas. Mods kill the sky. Vivicore, thank you for the Shupa. If a required class was preset for a specified semester, it needs to be for that semester. Don't make me do an extra semester. Yep. But think of the poor university. Guys, what if? Think of the poor little university. Also, I will have you know, this is the thing that made me go crazy. So the president of my university, while people were complaining about campus safety because people are getting robbed, mugged, assaulted, that kind of thing, so while that was happening and we were begging for more funding for security and that kind of thing, and literally simple as, can we have more lights in the garage because it's so dark, people are getting yoinked, you know? And so the thing is, while that was happening, what drove us crazy was the president of our university, who already lives in a mansion, underwent a construction project to have basically a ballroom in her house. It's like maybe the size of like another house, basically attached to her house, like a full McMansion kind of moment. But she basically I spent like, I think like another 500K on just expanding her house, and we were furious. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah, it was insane. It was insane. What's up? No, it's like a foyer, but it's like a big empty space, a reception thingy. You know, like when like this fancy dinner, is that a ballroom? Like what rich people shit? I don't fucking know. That kind of thing. And so like while people are getting robbed on campus, our university president casually just expanded her house. Yeah, and spent more money on a renovation than most houses in the area are like entirely worth. You know? Crazy. Yeah, like a dining hall, something like that, yeah. It's like for hosting parties and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Mavers, thank you for the Akashupa! Also, supas in Europe are free. No, they are not! No, they are not. Shush! Silence! Silence! Brando, we should have thrown tomatoes. Tomato! Normalize throwing tomatoes at people you dislike. Yeah, we need to normalize that. We need to normalize A, dueling for honor, B, throwing tomatoes at people. Okay? And hi, Oi. Yeah, mornings at Magic Sword King. Also, I'm spoiling myself today. I have a sody pop! I went to the garage. It no longer smells like dead possum now. The smell has cleared. Oh yeah, last week a possum died in our garage. You don't know how it got there. But anyways, I got myself a doggy baby. Yeah, I got a doggy baby. Sody pop! I got a cherry doggy baby. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. The president of the university is like a headmaster, like the leader, I guess, or the figurehead of the university. Yeah. Sharon, you may have one sippy. It's Docky Pebby, a Dr. Pepper. Yeah, Docky Pebby. Yeah, we call it Docky Pebby around here. Docky Pebby. I got the chubby Docky Pebby. I got the chubby doggy baby. I like the term ducky peppy. So cute. What? No. I'm not being killed, nothing. No. Shush you. Shush. It's Docky Peppy. I call my chubby Docky Peppy. But I found an extra can of it in the garage now, so give me that. But yeah, no, a possum died in our garage last week, so yeah. Also, Europeans in chat. One of my favorite Southernisms, because I'm from the deep south, and so it's kind of like America, but stereotypical. and so unironically, so what happens is a lot of times, a lot of housing projects or construction near forests may tear down forests and like wildlife areas, etc., and sometimes displaces the animals there. So on occasion, so I live kind of near like a foresty area, and there was construction there a few years ago that kind of like destroyed parts of that stuff. And so what happened is that every now and then we do get coyotes. So do coyotes exist in Europe? Hold on, let me look it up on Google. Do coyotes exist in Europe? Oh, they do not! Huh. Oh, you guys have jackals. Ah, I see. Okay, according to Wikipedia, y'all have golden jackals. So like the jackal is basically like your guys' version of a coyote. So imagine like a canine wild dog kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, the different species, but the closest thing you have to like coyote is basically a jackal, basically, I think in Europe. And so, in America, coyotes are kind of like a little, like, a funny little dog thingy. And they typically don't attack, but there's also the question of rabies. There's also the question of if you have small animals or small children. Like, if you're a fully grown big adult, they probably will back off because they are kind of skittish and kind of shy. But if you're a little kid or a little dog or a little cat, you may be like in a bit of trouble. So, here in the States, especially where I'm from, it's very normal to fire blanks into the air to frighten like coyotes. Oftentimes, we'll take like a metal pan and bang pans together to scare them off. But there have been occasions where people would fire a blank into the air or something. Yeah. Raccoons in America? No, coyotes are different from raccoons. Raccoons are kind of like omnivore. Like, imagine, like, just chill dudes. Chill dudes who eat your trash, right? Coyotes do have potential to be dangerous. Yeah. Share good news. I got a second job at Costco. Ooh! Something free for me? Oh, is it a Costco hot dog? Not gonna lie, I know it's not particularly, like, I guess, authentic, but... Girl, I love those giant, like, the giant tins of sauerkraut you can buy at Costco. I love sauerkraut. I love pickled foods. I love pickled stuff. Yeah. And so raccoons are mostly harmless. Like, the raccoons are typically only bad if they have, like, rabies or something, but, like, they're pretty chill. Oh, yes! Thank you for the Costco hot dog! Oi, oi! And congratulations! Congratulations! Mwah! Mwah! Can I have sauerkraut that, please? I burped. Excuse me. Yeah. Raccoons are silly goobers. I'm a silly goober too. What are your favorite pickles? I like Chinese, like spicy pickled cucumbers with garlic. I like sauerkraut. I liked pickled mustard leaves, like Vietnamese style. And I like kimchi. I like pickled radish. I like umeboshi, like the pickled plums, like the Japanese ones. I like to take a little bit and smear it with some rice. I like regular kosher pickles. I like those too. I like all pickles. I love pickles. Yeah. Yeah, I really like pickles. Hi, Magister. Hi. Yeah, I love pickled foods. Yeah. I think that's one thing Americans and Europeans have in common. I think we all kind of love pickles, don't we? Yeah. How's Europe? The Vatican was cool. Very interesting experience. Yeah, pickled mustard greens are really good. They're very, like, pungent. Not in a bad way. They're just very sharp tasting. Yeah, I want to go to the German Christmas market. I watched this one German YouTuber, Naomi John. And she once did a tour of the Christmas market. Well, she had like this warm... Is it warm wine? Some kind of warm alcohol. And the food looks so yummy. I like German food a lot. I like bratwurst. I like, apparently German, like, puddings and jellies are really good. Apparently they're really good. I like a lot of, I like a lot of their meat dishes. Yeah, mulled wine. Yeah, I want to try that. Unfortunately, here in the South, like, we don't have much cold weather. Like, the worst we get's maybe like 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me calculate that. Fahrenheit to Celsius. Let's do 50. Okay. Yeah, I think in my area, it's during the winter, it might hover around 10 degrees Celsius, or like at its absolute worst, maybe 4 degrees Celsius at its worst. But like on rare occasion, we get around freezing. Rarely though, very rare. Like once every 5 years, every 5 to 6 years, we might get freezing weather, but it's very, very rare. Yeah. Did you dress European on the trip? Well, I went many years ago because we're visiting family in France. So we stayed with them for a while. But we did, let me see. Yeah, because the thing is, my dad traveled across America a lot for work, right? My dad was like a computer guy and was needed in a lot of locations. And so because he racked up so many points, we took a family trip to Europe once because we have family in France. And so we visited family, and then we decided to detour down to the Vatican to visit. And so I actually wore like... Okay, I was in my emo phase, so yes, I was emo. Shut up. Do you have a license for the stream? Yes. Yeah. A fan can thank you for the shoe. Ah! My favorite sweet little pudding is Gooby. Like... I'm not a sweet little pudding. I'm a spicy pickle. I'm a hot pickle. Very spicy. Like, yeah, like the one you get at Red Fair. Or a gas station, either one. Okay, now shush, you're just making stuff up. Hikari cool, welcome back to the main ship. Magister, thank you for the shupa. Thank you. As a European, I was always wondering what Southern hospitality is like. Is it really as great as people claim? Yes. Okay. So, hello Europeans. I'm from the southern states, and I can attest, yes. One thing you'll notice a lot about people who live in the south, we love small talk. It's like, it's perfectly normal to chat up your cashier as you check your stuff out. It's pretty normal to like little old ladies will call you sugar, darling, baby, honey. Like, it's very normal here. Like little bits of small talk. Like, for example, if you make eye contact with someone, it's normal to nod and go good morning or good afternoon, hello, how are you? Like that kind of thing. Nice weather, like that kind of thing. It's very normal like that. Can we talk mad shit? Yes. But one of the quirky things I like about living in the South is, unironically, even for my very introverted self, I actually like it. So when I'm in Japan for vacation or work or for whatever reason I'm there for, on occasion, I do somewhat miss the southern hospitality, you know? Yeah, it's like... Sorry to answer a friend. It's like, when I was in Japan, I kind of missed, like, the, whatchamacallit. Like, if I make eye contact with someone and I smile or I nod, it's kind of weird. Not weird, but they don't respond to it because they're not used to it, right? But here in the South, it's like we do it all the time. Like, if you make eye contact, it's kind of like normal to like, morning, like that kind of thing. It's very, very normal. Additionally, holding doors open is kind of normal. Actually, it's normal in America and in general. Like small talk with your cashier, like, how's your day going? Like, oh yeah, like you're wearing a jersey from a certain team. They did well at so-and-so game, that kind of thing. I kind of miss that. When I'm in Japan, I do feel a little more, like, I guess a little more, like, I think it's an Asian thing. It's like a lot of, like, Asian cultures, like respect in the form of distance and respecting one's privacy is, like, kind of like a form of respect. And so I get that. But here in the South, we're nosy buddies. Magister, thank you for the shoe. Ah! Gee, where are my manners? Happy late birthday, wishing you all the best. Ah, thank you, Magister. You don't have to do all that. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. Yeah, Southerners are quite nice. Yeah. And so... Yeah, no, I kind of like the small talk. I like it. The Southern twang, I have a very subtle, because the thing is, I was raised speaking a mix of the local form of English, like with a slight twang English, but also my parents learned English in Canada. So my parents originally are not from here. They left their home country, then moved to Guam, then moved to Paris, then moved to Quebec, and then moved down here to where we are now. And so the form of English they use is notably unaccented, right? And so what happened was I was raised on a strange mix of ESL English, Canadian unaccented English, and actual twang English. And so for me, it's certain words I pronounce in a specific way because it's just the way everyone says it around me, and my parents don't say those words very often, so I picked it up from elsewhere. So yeah. Yeah. And so that's how it works. Yeah. And so yeah. To answer your question, yeah, Southern hospitality is a thing. Yeah. And also, for example, I took my nieces down to the local zoo, right? And they visit me basically every summer because I'm their favorite auntie. And so I took them down to the local zoo, and they never had like kettle popped popcorn before, right? Because there's this booth in the zoo that made like real kettle popped popcorn. Like they put in a whole bunch of butter in this giant like cast iron pot thingy, and then they dump a bunch of those popcorn kernels, and they just keep mixing and mixing until they start popping. Then they cover the lid before it explodes everywhere. Then they scoop them up and put them in a bag, fresh and piping hot for you. And so my nieces were only like, oh gosh, like 14, 15 at the time, like just teenagers. And they were wowed by it because they never had it before. And like, oh, that's so cool. Can we have a bag? I'm like, yeah, sure, kiddo. Sure, I'll buy you a bag. And so the gentleman who was working the cast iron pot saw how excited they were. And when I purchased the bag of popcorn for them, he threw in an extra spicy. Like, he was like, oh, do you guys like spicy food? And they're like, yeah, I like spicy food. And he's, oh, here, try this then. And so he threw in an extra, like a big bag of spicy flavored popcorn. And I was like, oh, how much is this? And he's like, nah, y'all can have it. I'm like, oh, thank you. They're very sweet. Yeah. Southern hospitality is indeed a thing. Yeah. When and where did they have you in their journey? Oh, when they came down here. Yeah. I was born and raised here. Yeah. I was born and raised in America. Yeah, my parents did not feel ready to have kids until they're fully settled and at least financially stable. So, yeah. Ain't that cute? Yeah. Ain't it cute? It's pretty adorable. It's really, really nice. Lots of nice folks down here. Hi, Archie. Your accent and southern mannerisms do show up on occasion, like saying right at the end of every sentence. Oh my gosh, like, there's also fixin'. Like, the term fixin' to get something, you know? It means, like, I am about to, you know? But people say that a lot here, too. It's very charming. Southerners are very charming. They can be, I think. What's not charming is the amount of people who spit loogies and chew the wacky tobacco. There's a lot to that. If you see a dark brown cloudy bottle, it's not Coke. Don't drink it. You know? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like I'm like, you know, if we say you're fixing a plate, that means you're piling food onto a plate. And if someone asks you like, hey, can you fix me up a little plate? Then like, yeah, then you just prepare food in a plate for them. Yeah. Loogie spitter? Okay, honestly, the most southern thing about me is I unironically spit my loogies. So like, if I'm at the four-way intersection and the light's red and I have to spit a loogie, I'll just pop the car to open, close the door. Everyone does it here. Everyone does it here. The most American thing is the. Everyone does. All the old guys do. No, I don't think it's an American thing. I think it's an old man thing. I don't think it's an American thing. I just think it's an old guy thing. Every old guy across the world does. I think it's an old guy thing. Just old guys do like. I'm like, can y'all not do a little more quietly, please? Y'all are loud as hell. Chewing tobacco? It's still a thing. Very common here in the South. And hi, Axe. Hoi. What do you call... Oh, Majura, good question. What do you call Coke, Pepsi drink like that? Like soft drinks? So, that's where the ESL kicks in. A lot of ESL people call all soda cola. And so, I grew up calling all soda cola for a while because it's just the way my parents said it, right? And so, because we never went out to get sodas at school, or when we went out to eat, we always just get water to save money, right? And so I had never had any incentive to say the word cola to people, so I only ever referred to it inside the family. And so it wasn't until I think like high school when I realized most people call it soda. Soda or soft drinks. And I just call it sody pop now. Sody pop. The doggy baby. Yeah. I defend you for my normie friends. You're not a 40-year-old man. Shut up! No! We did this on South Asia too. I'm not surprised. Yeah. I think, isn't it pop like a northern way of saying it? Yeah, I don't know. But I say sody pop. Yeah. All sodas or just the dark color ones? Great question. The thing is... Did you know? My very first Coca-Cola was when I was in 5th grade. I remember. Because, it was someone's birthday party in my class. No, the teacher's birthday, and so she threw a little pizza party for us. A really cool teacher. And so she had, a cola, and that was the only soda that they had, so she would distribute all the cups to us, right? We all got a slice of pizza, we got a cupcake, and then we got a single little cup of Coca-Cola. And so that was my very first time having cola. However, I did have soda when I was younger. I think my parents let me have soda when I was like in 1st or 2nd grade. And the thing is, it was always Sprite because my dad liked Sprite. And so we would never refer to soft drinks by soft drinks, just by brand name. So like my dad's like, if he goes to McDonald's, he gets Sprites for us. So he'll tell us, "Do you want a Sprite?" Like that kind of thing. So weird how language works. Yeah. Yeah. That's a question of people who grew up in different places. Oh yeah, definitely. It's a good question. I think there's a lot of outliers who don't typically say it the way the people around their areas say it. Like, what's a non-Southern thing I tend to say? What's a non-Southern thing that I say? I was told on occasion I do sound like a Californian because I enunciate my words in a specific way. But that's from public speaking, because a lot of times in the South, a lot of Southern lingo tends to stretch vowels, and so stretch, and it's like you glide and stretch the vowels, if that makes sense. But because I did a fair amount of public speaking in school, I tried to sound like concise and sharp sounding, and I think it comes across as Cali sounding sometimes. But I've never lived there. I've only been there maybe thrice my entire life. Yeah, thrice. Yeah. You say Sprite? Sprite! Sprite, okay? Yeah. Alright! What the hell, brother? What do you mean? Really? Yeah, sody pop! A trained yapper, hell yeah, I am. Yeah, the Californian vampires. Hey, I'm a Californian vampire. Honestly, underrated D&D performance from Petra. Like, I'm from a mystical place, California. Oh my god, to this day, that is hilarious. I'm firmly of the belief that Petra was an underrated D&D player. Like, everyone talks about how good Vox and Dopey are at D&D, and they are, absolutely. But Petra was hilarious. That was so good. Like, I'm from a mythical place, California. So stupid, I love it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, Miss Amare does sound Cali, because I base her off, like, LA influencers. Come with me to try the viral TikTok dot cakes. I paid $5,000 for 3 dot cakes from Erewhon. Come with me to try the super viral Labubu Dubai chocolate like matcha latte. Yeah, like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. With that being said, TikTokers are ruining my food scene. There's so many lines around my favorite restaurants now because TikTokers ruin everything they touch. Yes, yes, Magister, yes. Yeah. Labubu and Dubai chocolate. Girl, I'm gonna be honest. I know that everything is rage bait, right? Everything's rage bait. But the problem is, there's people on the internet with like no proper brain formation yet. Like their brains are still developing. And girl, like the stupid blind box dumpling thing. It's like y'all can read me to filth over collecting a few blind boxes. I have maybe like a dozen like My Melody Kuromi blind boxes, right? And the thing is, half them are given to me by my coworker because her daughter likes collecting them and she doesn't like Kuromi, so I get them. And so I get it. I think it's fine to like it. But at least you can attest to the molding quality, the paint quality, the posing, the artistic value of some of these blind boxes. They are quite pretty, at least, you know? These dumplings are circles with faces on them. And not only that, but I find it fascinating. I keep up with, like, cutesy art styles. The art style on the face of the cute little dumpling blind boxes is from 2011. That is, like, back in the early 2010s, what corporations thought was cute at the time. And it's so crazy how behind they are. There's no intrinsic artistic value to those dumplings. Now, not that you have to be ethical about every single purchase. Not everyone has that luxury and everything, but it's a fucking squishy. It's a fucking squishy. I made my own squishies with a balloon filled with oobleck. Okay? Cost me nothing. A little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of water inside a water balloon. You have a stress ball. It's that simple. It's that simple. And if you want, draw a fucking happy face on it. I don't give a shit, okay? And so, seeing people, like, lose their minds over the stupid dumpling blind box shit. And I know that there are several rage bait, just clickbait content creators who are screaming, "How is not what I want, blah, blah, blah." The thing is, little impressionable kiddos are gonna see that and not be able to tell it's rage bait. Then they'll beg and plead their mom and dad to buy them a bajillion things. And great, now you've raised a generation of hyper consumers. You know? It's like, I'm not one to be morally superior to such folks because I collect makeup figures. I collect stuffed animals, you know? I have a veritable makeup collection. But I curate it. And I don't buy it just because it's like, there's, luckily nowadays, figurines, and I go to Japan enough for this. It's easy for me to get access to figurines. I don't always buy them. I only buy the ones I absolutely love, okay? I have 2 bookshelves full of figures. That's it, okay? Alright? I curate my stuff. I don't buy it just because a TikToker told me to. In fact, if a TikToker recommends it, I think it's trash. I automatically think less of the product if it's pushed by a TikToker. I'm like, I don't trust you with this. Helps the economy, Aya? Then I'll help when I feel like helping. Alright? And plus, I'm also fixing on reorganizing my Miku collection because the shelves are just, they can be a little more zhuzhed. I might decorate them a bit, maybe add some stickers or something. Yeah. And so I think it's fine to want things and purchase things, but buying it just because a TikToker does it seems a little, estupido. Yeah, precisely. It's gambling. The thing is, I don't buy a blind box unless I like every single option there is on the blind box, okay? Even if there's one I don't like, I don't buy it. Okay? I actually have these really cute, like, Sweet Piano, My Melody, Kuromi. I got 2 of them. They're kind of pricey, oh my god, but they're keychains, and they have the Kuromi Melody and Sweet Piano as jirai, like jirai style, and they're so cute. And so I liked all of them. So I splurged on my birthday, and I bought 2 of them. And now they're on my shelf, and they take turns getting swapped in my bag too. Yeah. Exactly, twins. Gen Z clickbait thumbnails back in 2018 is what the brain rot TikTok rage base. Yeah, this is repeating itself. Yeah. Blind boxes are IRL gotcha, exactly. Yeah. That's why I only buy them if I like all of the outcomes. Yeah. If there's one I don't like there's this really cute like Sunreal blind box that had plushies of all of the characters, but the problem is I hate the color green. I hate green. It's so funny because I like teal, but I hate true forest green, like yellow green. I hate it. It's my least favorite color. Like desaturated forest green, ugh, my least favorite color. I can't stand green. It's my least favorite color. However, I saw this blind box and they were so cute. It had all the Sunreal characters and the cute little bear plushie like onesies, but one was green. So I didn't buy it. In case of the off chance it had the green one, I was like, oh, fuck that. I'm not buying that shit. I don't buy unless I like all of them. I don't purchase unless I'm guaranteed to goddamn win. Yeah, it's baby shit green. Yeah, it's diarrhea green. I don't like it. No. She hates the Dark Angels. Honestly, the only ding I have against the Dark Angels is that I don't like dark green. That's why I'm Black Templar. That's why I'm Black Templar and Grey Knights. And the Blood Angels. I like that. Phantom, thank you for the shupa. Wait. You're so cutely pathetic. The Burbies are like sopping wet dogs. And it's so cute. Aiadmirers, I love the way you're kind of sopping wet for some reason. You know? I love the way that Aiadmirers are perpetually kind of moist. She hates salamanders. Listen, it's just not my favorite color. I'm sorry. I like salamanders in other ways. But in terms of my favorite chapters, it's Black Templar. I know they're gonna judge me for that. Black Templar, Grey Knights, and Blood Angels. All those Space Wolves, I think it's because I've been listening to Powerwolf too much lately, but Space Wolves has been growing on me. Okay, I saw a fan animation with featuring the Space Wolves and had Powerwolf playing in the background. I think it was Armata Strigoi, and I was like, shit. Do I like Space Wolves? Do I like Space Wolves? I hate. No. Shrek the Musical goes hard. Every other musical sucks in comparison to Shrek the Musical. Okay. All right. Farquaad and his cunty Bob surpass anything else. Okay. I like Green Goblin. I like Willem Dafoe. He was great in The Lighthouse. Yeah. The tears are to get you to slip and fall. Why do you literally hate me? Why do you literally hate me? Ridiculous. That's fine, Guto. It's okay to like them, yeah. What does Mum hate so much? Wait. I hate Membies, yeah, that's why I give them all my love and attention, yeah. Of course I'll check the music. The fuck does that mean? What does that mean? She hates the yeah, they're Xeno scum. Why would I like them? They're scum. They're enemies of the Imperium. Obviously. Why the fuck would I like them? They're Xeno scum! No sorry, not for me. I'm a loyal Imperium girly. Nice try! Nice try, heretic! Yeah. Willem Dafoe? Hey guys, what do you call Willem Dafoe when he's really nice to you? Willem Defriend. One day I'm gonna die. And you're gonna miss my humor. One day, I'm gonna be a rotting corpse 6 feet under. No, I'm gonna be taxidermied first, but that's a different story. Once I'm finally buried. No, once you scatter my ashes at Space Mountain to traumatize everyone around you, you're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me. And there are kids crying. Good! Good, they deserve it. Yeah. Okay? Anyways. Oh, the cameo. Oh my god, do I want to listen to the cameo? Aiadmirers sent me a cameo from Botham. Botham is the guy who is the hello princess. Let me link. Oh my god. Here's the link to the tweet with the thing here. You can watch it if you can watch along with me if you'd like. Okay. All right. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Okay. See ya, Jinx. Alright. Alright, I'm hitting play on go, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay? Alright? On 1, 2, 3, go. Are you guys ready? Oh no. I can tell it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Alright, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, go! No, wait! The white bottle! No! Stop clapping your feet. Stop. How does it do it so fast? Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Did you know that there are several forms of medieval torture that I'm fascinated by? There's something called blood eagling, where you get strung up by your arms out in like a T-pose position, and basically they rip into your back, right? They crack open your scapula, your shoulder blades. And they take your lungs and they pull them from the front of your chest and past behind your ribs, where they crack those open too, and flare your lungs behind you over your shoulders, and that's what they call the blood angel. No, not blood angel. Pardon me, blood eagle. That is somehow less painless. That is somehow more painless, less painful than whatever the fuck I just saw. I've never seen... How did he get so good at that? Like, the consecutive clap is crazy. Consecutive! The kiss? I didn't consent to that. First and foremost, I didn't consent to that. I don't like how... I was wondering why, at the start of the video, I'm like, huh, less zaddy foot claps than I was expecting. Then the fucking wine bottle appeared. The wine bottle appeared. Feet game on point is not a sentence I'd like to see in chat right now. Remember that my parents fled a war-torn country and fought for their entire lives to ensure that me and my sibling have a happy life, only for me to see that. My parents fled the motherland for our safety and our futures, only for me to see this in 2026. Okay? Jesus died on the cross. Jesus died on the cross for me to see this. Thank you. Thank you for the birthday present. Thank you. Wow. Everyone's so creative. Thank you for the birthday present. Thank you, no one. Thank you. I can't believe you paid real, actual dollars for this. That is crazy. That is crazy. You paid real dollars for this. Insane. Listen, I don't have the Jesus cheat code, okay? No. You spent real, actual dollars on a birthday. You mean this one? You mean... Wait a second. Burbies. I know what you're talking about. You mean... You mean... This one? You mean this one, Aiadmirers? Yes. This is my birth-giving asset. Yeah. Yes, I spent real money on this. Yes. Do you like it? Yeah, look, I even have a midwife. Yeah, see? Yeah. Yeah. If this is your first time on the channel, I've given birth on stream before. Yeah. Get us away. Oh, but you're my midwife. You're my midwife. You have to. Yeah. Thank you for helping me give birth, Aiadmirers. Thank you. How kind of you, Burbies. Thank you for being my midwife. I appreciate it. How kind of you. How kind of my most precious Burbies. I truly appreciate my Borbos. Thank you. Mods help. Mod Chant can't help you today. They can't help you. Yeah, too bad. Yeah. Yeah, did you like it? Stop responding. Wow, Rico. Wow. Responding to Akasubas instead of greeting me properly. Wow. How most disrespectful. How very disrespectful. But to cleanse thine eyes. To cleanse thine eyes, I do have something cool to show you, though. Behold! 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 Look what came in the mail today! It's a little bit late, but it finally arrived. 1 second. I have to save it from Discord real fast. Oh, thank you for the 5 gifted, Belden. Welcome, new maidens. If y'all got a gifted membership from Belden, make sure to thank them properly. Thank you. Behold! You see this? It finally arrived in the mail! So, Anime Impulse Dallas last year, I think around November? Yeah, around November. Aiadmirers got together and signed this for me. And it finally arrived in the mail. It was a little banged up. I got a notice from UPS. It's a little banged up. There's a little fold in the corner, but that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. The Shikshi board? Yeah. It finally arrived this morning. Yeah. I need to find a spot to put. I need to put my desk somewhere so I can see it all the time. Look at my burpees. Wowee! Wowee! Maximum Burby love has been delivered. Yeah. Also very convenient for us to have Anime Impulse in Dallas literally months after I debut my cowgirl outfit. Yeah, yeah. Hi, Jay. Hi. Yippee! Ain't it cute? I'll treasure it forever. Thank you, Burbies. Thank you. Wow. My Burbies love me so much. I'll reward them by eating their flesh. Yeah, yeah. It finally arrived. It just took a while. But it got here safely. A little dents don't hurt nobody. All the Aiadmirers have little head dents anyways. The force of my smoochies are so powerful, like it dents the skull of Aiadmirers. So Aiadmirers' skulls look like the Disney World Epcot golf ball thingy. No one do me a favor. Donate that money to somewhere else then. Instead of buying another Bofum cameo, just donate to like Wounded Warriors Project or something. I don't know. Anything else. No munching, too bad. Nom. I cannot help it. I simply adore my Aiadmirers. Yeah. Cute goop cat. No. Shush. Yeah. Every smoochie has a loud percussive noise with it. Silence, Brando! Silence! Gobby. Hello, I'm Gobby. I am the goob. I don't have any emails, right? Okay, good. I am the gooby. Hi. You know, I did see a strange discourse about AC units in America versus Europe. Why are we arguing? It's like I literally constantly joke like, "Hello Europe, I'm here to annoy you," you know? It's so wild to me. So incredibly wild to me. Why are we arguing? Why are we mad? Look, everyone get Belden, absolutely not. Absolutely not, Belden. No. Absolutely not. No. I think if not. Much appreciated. I think like there's a discourse. Yeah. There was a discourse about like what was it? Like, how come Europeans just don't have AC units? I'm like, well, I'm from the South, and we are not weatherized for cold weather. And so when deep freezes happen, we get fucked. So maybe I just empathize and understand that if, for example, British people who are not accustomed to intense weather or whatever, then of course naturally they'll complain a little bit because they're just not used to it and they're not weatherized for it. I don't know what we're arguing for. Why are we arguing, you know? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard. The EU doesn't always have AC units. And it's like, okay, because I get it, because typically your weather is different. And if you're having an unexpected spike in weather, then, well, surprise, surprise, the systems you have in place don't work the same, you know? And I think it's weird that we're arguing. Why do people on Twitter have to fight all the time? I hate you because you're different? No. I like you because you're different. That's why I'm fascinated by Europeans. I'm fascinated. Y'all just raw dogging the weather. Yeah. Yeah, crazy dial. Crazy dial. You know? Civic planning? Yeah, no, we just deal with power outages. Hi, Marsh. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny how, like, Americans are like, how come you don't have AC units? Girl, are you gonna pretend like most Californians don't use their AC for half the year? Like, I have relatives in California, And they tell me, they joke that part of the reason why Cali is so expensive is the nice weather. So for a majority, like 8 months of the year, they just don't turn on the AC, they just crack a window, you know? So imagine living your entire life like that, then suddenly, boom, heat wave. Then now you're like, oh shit, it's kind of hot in here, and you complain a little bit. Then people are like, just have an AC unit then. No, dumb bitch, that's not typically the weather like. It's so weird. So strange. Yeah, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, no, why? Yeah, and then it came to the US versus EU. Okay, I have a dumb question. Does Europe have tornadoes? We have a part of the United States literally titled Tornado Alley. I think it's in Oklahoma. Do Europeans get tornadoes? Cause like, yeah, I'm assuming maybe it's not particularly common. Maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure tornadoes can happen everywhere, but do they happen often? You know, less frequently and weak. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, because like I've seen the footage. Like, it's crazy that I know that U.S. home building is not the best in the world or anything, but there'll be like entire like walls ripped off of homes, like, or even like homes displaced from their foundation as tornadoes rip by. It's crazy. Have they been not big ones? Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I think Tornado Alley is just like the hotbed of the worst parts, the worst kind of tornadoes. That's scary. What about hurricanes? Do y'all get hurricanes? Because a lot, like, the hurricanes that hit the United States are typically coastline exclusive, because hurricanes begin as tropical storms over the ocean, and Europe is surrounded by ocean too. So do y'all get hurricanes? Yeah, you probably do, right? Hi, Micaiah. Because it makes sense because you're by the water, right? A tropical storm is like a bitch version of her. Imagine like Pokemon evolutions. The starter is this tropical storm. The final evolution is a Cat 5 hurricane. You know? Yeah. If that makes sense. Oh yeah, and plus, girl, global warming doesn't help. The Gulf of Mexico, because, girly, I studied meteorology for a little bit because I was planning on going to the oil and gas industry. But it's like, because of global warming, water from the Gulf evaporates faster, forming storm clouds, and then boom, tropical storms, boom, hurricanes, boom, flooding, boom, power outages, you know? Yeah. Let me see. Micaiah? Oh, I had a student named Micaiah when I was in my teaching days. Coincidence. They're more like monsoons? Ah, I see. Huh, interesting. Huh. Has a rare occasion where the colder waters do not support them, so they're very weak. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, because you typically need warm waters to form hurricanes, typically, don't you? And I don't know about the weather much in Europe. It's pretty far north, so I imagine that your bodies of water are generally colder, I suppose? Huh. Oh, Europeans! Did you know that in the southern states, it's very normal, like from like Florida to like Texas, that entire arch around the Gulf of Mexico, it's very normal not to have basements. You know why? We get hit with lots of storms because of the proximity to the Gulf of Mexico, and so a lot of houses in that arc in the south don't have basements. Because they get flooded. Yeah. And houses tend to be a little bit pricier if they're on hills, because they have protection from like physical distance from rising floodwaters. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so a lot of places do not have basements. They have attics though. Yeah. Is other colder. Fucking cold. Damn. Huh. Yeah, climate change is messing with the weather big time. The no living thing is so scary because if a tornado comes around, you're completely unprotected. Yeah. I mean, I think in my lifetime, I've only experienced one tornado and it did not hit my neighborhood. It was like distant from me. And so like that was the only time. But they often say that if you don't have a basement, hide in the bathroom or in the bathtub. Yeah, like you have to take like some homes even have these protective like these foam these like, weird reflective sheets you'll pull over yourself in the bathtub so that debris won't hit you. I mean, I don't know how much it's gonna help if you're just a person in a bathtub, but like they often say that no basement, then you sit in the bathtub or a closet or something away from glass. Yeah. Acts of God is always my favorite spiel in like insurance. It's crazy. Just well, if God said flood, God said flood, you know? Crazy. Is there any weather events that are specific to Europe? Well, oh yeah, I remember I was asking a Fuchan about this a long time ago. So like, I've never experienced a blizzard before. We don't get snow down here. We get snow maybe once every 7-8 years, like every very, very long spouts of time without it. However, I've never sat through a real blizzard, and so apparently blizzards can literally lock you into the house. Like, if your snow piles up in front of your door, apparently it can literally lock your door and you can't leave the house. Yeah. And so you have to have like stockpiled food ahead of time. That's why apparently like I saw online, so I don't know how true it is because it's on the internet, but some houses up far north have like a door that leads to nowhere on the second floor, and that's in case your base floor of your house gets snowed in and you need to exit the house, and there's a second door higher up to leave. I don't know how true that is, but I did see that somewhere. It could be the internet lying to me though, so I don't know. Yeah. My sister had car insurance tried to use it when her car got broken into by another. That's not an act of God, that's an act of a criminal. Huh. I'm Austrian, so the snow is crazy here and snowstorms happen. I've never been through a snowstorm. Apparently, you can literally burn... You can get sunburn, and you can burn your corneas. Did you know that? Like, you can actually burn your eyeballs on snow because it's so white and reflective that it can... Like, the light bounces back onto your face and burns your face. Yeah, that's why a lot of snowboarders have sunburns because of like I think like the reflection of the sun from the snow. Yeah, snow blindness. Yeah. Sunlight drizzles. Oh, I get them here too, but that's because of my proximity to the Gulf. And they can in some regions of Canada. If a blizzard happens, they had to call in the army engineers to dig people out. Second door from your first floor turned into a surprise basement by snow. Is that why? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was real or not. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because, like, I remember one of my friends came back from snowboarding a few years ago and she was burnt. Badly burnt. She had, like, a tan line around her goggles. Yeah, interesting. That's crazy. That's almost bad as I... Okay, shut up, Edo. Okay, guys, okay. To explain Edo's comment. So, as a streamer, so I'm one of the very few people in the corporate sphere who actually has a full-time job. I work a full, I say 9 to 5, more like 7 to 3, because I like to leave early to make time for stream. But I work a full-time job. I'm insured. I have a 401k, all like full adult, like a working lady. And so, the thing is, I only ever leave the house to go to work. Oh, hello, Nova. Welcome on in. Happy to have you. It's so over the years, as a girl who only ever leaves the house to go to either conventions or rent fair or work, I don't leave the house often. When I work out, I work out indoors. And I wear lots of sun protection because I burn really easily. And skin cancer does run in the family. I'm pale. I'm a sheet of paper. I am so pale, I look ill sometimes. My skin is basically transparent. I'm a vampire. And so, a while ago, me and my friends went out for dinner at night. And after we finished eating, we took a group photo together to commemorate it, because I think it was someone's birthday. And we took a photo, and we did it with the flash on. And I am so pale, I flashed back at the camera. all my friends look normal. I look like I'm about to fucking explode. You know in BL manga, when they have the lightsaber sensor for the wee-wees, they just paint the PP white? That was me. I was a BL wee-wee sensor. I looked like I was about to detonate. They caught me in the moment of detonation. I was glowing. I flashbanged the camera. And so we made a group chat, like Discord, right? The photo for the banner for the Discord is just me flashing back at the camera. Yeah, exactly. I'm acting like Gondor's calling for aid. You know? Crazy. I just like bing! Like the Men in Black Forget Me Not flashbang. I'll see ya, Jesse. Mwah. Yeah, and so they made the banner for our group chat. It's just me, James Charlesing, just flashback Mary, you know? Ah! Oh my gosh, Andy, hi! Hi, Andy, hi. Guys, look! That's Tambourine, that's Andy. Andy edits, they edit all of my music videos. Hi! Hi, Andy! Hi! I forgot! You're also European. Right! Hi! This person right here. They're the GOAT! That's my GOAT right there! That's my GOAT right there! That's Andy, my freaking GOAT! My GOAT! Andy, girl, I'll literally like shoot them an email like, hey, I have an MV idea. I have 3 PNGs in 3 weeks. How can you handle this? And they'll pump out Renaissance art. It's crazy. It's crazy. You're the No, you! You, Andy! No, you! Unfortunately for you, I hit you with the no you, therefore I win. But thank you for your hard work, Andy. Hope you're doing well. Oi. Yeah, that's Andy. That is my GOAT. And yes, I do wee-wee flash. No! I don't flash my wee-wee at people. I have the wee-wee sensor. I'm very pale. There. I'm very pale and pasty. So, yeah. There's no you, only yes and. You what? No. If I'm so American. People ask me, hey, what's in your pants? A Walter P99. Pew! You know? I unzip my pants and the barrel of a gun sticks out, you know? Yeah, you know? Yeah. Hi, Dylan! Hi, Dylan, welcome on in. Hello, Europeans! Hello! I'm here to Americanize you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early... I forgot those are the national anthem, but anyways. Hi, Annie. It's Goob. Yeah. And me. Gooby. Exactly. Yeah. I out here flashing wee-wee for free. No, that's called brandishing. It's illegal. Miss Gooby. Like, missed you too, I guess. I like these European-American cultural exchanges. Very fascinating to me. That's good, Sam. Of course! Of course, you have a wonderful day, Lilies, okay? You have a wonderful day, stay safe, eat something tasty. Since you're so small, was your flash Michael Flash axe? I hope your rice is undercooked. I hope the next time you cook rice, it's woefully undercooked or overcooked and mushy. Yeah, you're very pretty. What? No, I'm Gooby. Get it right. I'm not pretty. I'm Gooby. Get your adjectives correct. Okay? I'm Gooby. That is the proper descriptor for me. Gooby-like. Good night, oh well. Mwah. Okay, good night. I'm Gooby, okay? You'll mess with a man's rice? You know, I remember once, me and another friend were kind of like arguing, And I was like, I hope the next time you go out for lunch, they forget to add the MSG to your pho. And she looked so offended. I was like, the next time you go eat, I hope they forget to add the MSG. She was like, oh! Yeah, gooby. If you're acting all gooby, it means you're acting gooby adjacent. Yeah. Oh, crystal ball. I've got 2 of those actually. I've stolen 2 hours from work today. Should I steal the remaining 3? Yes, you should. What's a gooby? 'Tis me. I am a gooby. Yeah. Aiadmirers call me a goober, but because of my tendency to add I, E, or Y to the ends of my words like Taki Baby, or Sody Pop, we call me Goopy. Yeah, that's right. Frick you and your rice. Yeah, frick you and your MSG. Yeah, I'm pondering the crystal balls. Are you pondering? You pondering, son? You good in pondering? Okay, I'm glad you're pondering. Very good. Very good. Your tendency to be adorable and cute, you mean... Marsh, you lie! You're adorable, shush. No, you. Seeing my future in them? Work. Yeah. Oh, wait! You can't just enter them, you have to pay rent. Can you say that again? I'm so distracted. Ponder the orbs. You may ponder. Yeah, you may ponder the orbs now. Go ahead and ponder, okay? Ponder the orbs. Yeah, I'm getting dizzy. I'm shaking my head like that. I'm getting a little dizzy. Red, Hunter, put that away. I know that Aiadmirers just blew their paychecks on my birthday, so we are chilling the fuck out, okay? You're now on a diet, okay? I have now restricted your Square access. I called John YouTube and told him to ban Aiadmirers from spending too much, okay? Yeah. Where Gooby come from is from Dobby! Okay, first and foremost, I fucking hate Harry Potter. I'm just gonna say, sorry, Europeans, I hate Harry Potter. I never liked it as a child. I was always a Lord of the Rings supremacist, okay? I never liked Harry Potter. I thought it was lame, even as a kid. And goober is an affectionate term for someone who's silly, so gooby is just an affectionate term for an affectionate term. Yeah. How much time do you have to grab the B-Day stuff? Excellent question, good sir. You have till... This is JST time, I believe, so make sure to accommodate for that. I guess until the June 1st-ish? Yeah, June 2nd GP time, so June 1st American time. Yeah. No eating eye soup. I got more in the chamber. No, you don't, Marsh. No. Now shush. No. John YouTube is not my principal guardian. That's what you think. Okay? That's what you think. Well, yeah, it's, I believe, sales end June 2nd JST, so probably like June 1st for Americans. For these voice packs, you should do the Zaddy voice. Excellent idea. Thank you, Dylan. Did you know the wizards... Didn't you know wizards shit themselves in magical way? Girls don't poop. I wouldn't care, or I wouldn't know or care because girls don't poop, so... Nice try. No eating your eye soup, okay? Eat some real food. Real nutrients. You need that, okay? Need proper nutrition. I forgot to turn my light on. Yeah, you need proper nutrition. Musty P89, happy 9 months, happy pregnancy. Lesson restriction. Sounds like something that I don't have. I implore you to practice restraint, nerd. Thank you for the 9 months. It is so hot. Corey, you just talking about Harry Potter lore. Yeah, I read that somewhere. And, yeah, I mean, it's nice to know that there's a character named, Cho Chang But I'm so happy to know that wizards don't shit. That's great. Real world building. Guys, I hate comparing IPs. The lore of Lord of the Rings and the world of Middle Earth is so much more interesting, but at least we know wizards don't poop. You know? It's just the scale of the scale of difference between the lore of Harry Potter and Middle Earth is so fascinating. It's so fascinating to me. Like, oh no, they don't shit. But Middle Earth has a rich history. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think this is Zaddy voice. Do another. No, Corgi, shut up. Thank you for the shoe boy. Shut up. All the thoughts of people speculating what Rowling could be, would name very. Honestly, they might be crazy. But regardless of all of that, I just never liked Harry Potter. Even as a child, I just didn't think it was interesting. Like, Daniel Radcliffe could be used for so many better things. Yeah, Harry Potter lore is built by hot glue and bubble. No, hot glue's too good. Scotch tape and bubblegum, you know? Yeah. It's just so not interesting. Yeah. Yeah. It's like so incredibly boring. I don't know. I never liked Harry Potter just because I found it like offensively boring. It's like the lore is the world is so small. It is so small. It is just a singular school. That's it. It's just Great Britain. That's literally it. Girl, Warrior Cats was better. I'm just gonna say it, okay? Alright? No, honestly, Swiss Army Man is really good. I like Daniel Radcliffe in that. Yeah, I need to get into Game of Thrones, though. I need to read the books because I made the mistake of watching the first episode with my parents. So that was pretty crazy. That was kind of crazy. That would never again. Never again. Huh. Yeah, no, never again. And plus, I kind of like my lore being like rich and nonsensical at times. That is why I love Warhammer lore so much, because it's so cool and also just completely stupid. Completely stupid, you know? I love it. It's great. I like it growing up compared to something like Lord of the Rings. I finally watched him last year and definitely pales in comparison. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I feel like just Lord of the Rings lore is richer and has more, physically more in it, and more. It's more like Harry Potter's is Britain with magic. That's it. You know? Yeah. And so on it. No. Okay. Amitungus, girl. Speaking of acting roles, I love Tilda Swinton as the Archangel in that one Keanu Reeves movie. Was it Constantine? Girl. My wee hurts. My wee kind of hurts because of that. Tilda Swinton as the was it Gabriel or Michael? I forgot which one. But that was so good. That was so good. Yeah, that was so good. Yeah. Yeah, Tilda Swinton is cool as hell. Super cool as hell. Yeah, I love Tilda Swinton. Gabriel, yeah, Gabriel. Man, Tilda Swinton is such a cool actress. Like, for real. I adore Tilda. Yeah. And I actually liked her. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was actually good. And, okay. I rewatched 2007. What was it? It was, what was it? Yeah, 2007. I rewatched 2007's Ghost Rider. I forgot about Peak. I forgot about True Peak. Okay? It's... You don't understand true film, real cinema, until you watch Ghost Rider with Nick Cage. Okay? Everyone can shut the hell up. Ghost Rider is the best movie to ever be created. I love it. Yeah, I know, Axe. Yeah, the scene with his final ride with the whatchamacallit, the caretaker, girl. That my wee wee. Honestly, girl, my heart races for the movie. It's so fun. Yeah, I don't really care for the second and third. I think the crane. No, the one scene from the second movie. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But like the third one, meh. But no, I love Ghost Rider. I know, right? Yes, Andy, yes! Yeah, I like Ghost Riders. Yeah, he's also gonna be in Spider Noir, right? Yeah. It's like, I love Nick Cage being as cagey as possible. That's why I loved Mandy, because Nick Cage being Nick Cage is the funniest shit ever. I like it when the spirit of Cage possesses Mr. Nick Cage, you know? Yeah, how come we don't have Ghost Rider and Marvel Ribos yet? How come we don't have it yet? Yeah, I feel like it'd be really fun though. Like with like the flaming chains and the penitent stare. Shit's cool. It's like, okay, you have to love corny stuff because Ghost Rider threads the line of very cool and extremely corny, and I like both. Yeah. Ghost Rider's one of the best because the Dodge Challenger is still the best rider ride and Robbie is the best Latino representation. Honestly, okay. I have a grudge against Dodge, the car company, because every time I've been tailgated. No, not tailgated. I've been damn near rear-ended. Anytime I've been flipped off, anytime I've been short-stopped and all that stuff has been from either Dodge trucks or Ford trucks. I have yet to meet a sane Dodge or Ford truck driver. They simply do not exist. Once you buy one of those trucks, your mind is poisoned with rage, okay? With nothing but pure anger. You don't know true terror until a truck driver decides he doesn't like you. Okay? You don't know true terror until a truck decides he does not like you. Because they'll run you off the road, they'll brandish a weapon at you. It's like in my city, we unironically don't honk very often because you might get actually shot. So, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Ridiculous. Exactly. Once you own the truck, you decide to listen to the voices. You like the voices say, "Run that poor little family off the road. I see baby seats in the back seat. There's definitely a family in there. Run them off the road. It'd be really funny." And so, all truck drivers do that. I've yet to meet a sane truck driver. And I'm not talking commercial truck drivers. Those guys are normal. That's fine. I'm talking about specifically Ford F-150s and Dodge Rams. Specifically those two. Yeah. They don't see, oh no, lots of people on better drive carefully. No. They see a target-rich environment. Okay? They don't go, we're surrounded. Truck drivers go, oh, target-rich environment. You know? No, Chevys are fine. Chevy drivers are mostly sane. Okay? Yeah. The entrance of a Ghost Rider for Agents. I haven't watched anything about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah. Is this American culture? Yes! Unironically, road rage. Road rage? Okay, so people say every city claims to have the worst traffic. No. You haven't seen my town. When it rains, lights go out. Our infrastructure is held together with wet paper. Okay, wet toilet paper holds our infrastructure together. When it rains, they just the intersection lines gone. So there's traffic, so people are already pissed off. Additionally, when it rains, people forget hydroplaning is a thing, so accidents happen all the time. you're supposed to reduce by 10. And if you really can't see, reduce to the lowest speed you feel comfortable with and turn on your hazards. That's literally what they teach you in driving school. But that goes out the window. And so people will be flying down the highway. It's like, it'll be raining to the point where the rain's horizontal. Full-blown hurricane mode. People be flying down the highway in 60 miles an hour. Crazy. Crazy. Insane. Absolutely insane. You're supposed to reduce your speed and throw on your hazards if you truly feel that not good about it. Okay? And so people will fly down the highways, honestly. Yeah. Precisely. No, I pride myself, knock on wood, never been in a single car accident. Never been into a single car accident. I'm a very safe driver. But the problem is, in America specifically, you can be a good driver, but all it takes is one dumbass to kill you. That's it. Lights out. That's literally it. One dumbass is all it takes to actually murder you. Okay? And the sentences for that kind of thing are very light. They have a history of being kind of on the lighter side. So, like, it's crazy. It's really, really bad. Yeah. You have to be... Girl, I will think that a car behind me is driving a bit too aggressively. I'll take an exit ramp off the highway and rejoin when I can't see them. Like, I'm not risking that shit. Some people drive perpetually mad. It's crazy. You have to be hyper defensive because American drivers are just terrible. Really, really bad. And especially in the South, like, depending on the state, of course, like, we have instances where someone honks at someone because they get cut off or something. People will brandish. People will fire at other people. It's crazy. It is insane. It is insane. Absolutely crazy. Just because you got honked at for, I don't know, breaking the law. Also, no one uses their blinkers. No one. I feel crazy. Girl, I was in the car with a coworker because I was driving my coworkers to lunch nearby. And I turned my blinker to make a left-hand turn. I'm like, why are you bothering with that? I'm like, I'm about to turn. They're like, yeah, you're in the left turn lane. People know you're going to be turning anyways. It's the law! Are you stupid? Are you Rebecca from accounting, are you fucking stupid? Yeah, you're in the left turn lane. Yes! Yes, I'm in the left turn lane. I still have to use the blinkers. I still have to use the blinkers. It's the freaking law! It is... American drivers are actual demons. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like the amount of times like a lady will cut me off because she's not using her blinkers, then have the audacity to like roll down her window and get mad at me. Girl, who broke the law? Between the two of us, babe. Who broke the law? Who? Literally who? Crazy. Yeah, why do I bother? Because I like following the law and not being arrested? I don't know. Girl, this is why I have cameras all over my car. I have camera inside my car, pointing at the front of my car and also my rear. Because I don't trust no American drivers. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, it's ugh. It's ugh. It's terrible. Mr. One World, and happy 26 months. Never been in a car crash, but the times it's been close it's been some speeding asshole. Like, where do you have to go that's worth killing time? Where do you have to go that's worth killing to save 5 minutes? Honestly, my favorite thing is seeing people recklessly weave, no blinkers of course, weave around traffic to get ahead, only to be one car in front of me when we hit the intersection. Fucking stupid! Stupid! Dumbass! They'll be bobbing and weaving through traffic just to be right next to me at the intersection. The red light's a red light, babes. Tough nuts. And these people would absolutely run the red if there wasn't a car in front of them. Absolutely. Yeah. I love that. Like, oh, I love when your efforts equate to nothing, you know? Yeah. You don't know how turning the median works? Girl. Okay. When you turn a median... So, the way it's supposed to work. No one actually does it, but when there's a median. Okay? Let me draw this for you guys. Hold on. We're going to my drawing room for this, okay? This is serious. Okay, listen. Listen. Okay. Hold on, let me grab this. You know I'm serious when I whip out my drawing program. Okay. Let me close a few things first. Close. Okay, cool. Okay. New. Yes. Okay. Let me go studio mode, go into my drawing scene. Drawing scene, grab this, paste it here. Okay. Oops. Oopsies. Ah! Why is it doing that? Oh my god. CSP. Okay, let me just... Thank you. Okay. So, allow me to show you the proper maneuver for when you're crossing a median, okay? If you're turning on a median. Alright. So, right here, this is the median. Oopsies. Let me use my, okay. Right here, this is a median. Okay, ah, shoot. Okay, this is the median, right? And let me move it. So this is the median, and here is another median. Right here, right? So, on one side of the road, traffic is going this way. Pick up the color, please. On one side of the road, traffic is heading this way. Another side of the road, traffic is heading this way. Okay? So, when you're crossing through a median, so let's say red car is right here. Let's just do a little... I'm dragging my mouse here, so pardon me if it looks a little sketchy. Okay, so here's the red car, right? Vroom, vroom, going this way. But it wants to turn... If the car wants to turn this way and go to that side, it's supposed to go here! Right here. It's supposed to go here. And oh no, let's say we have another driver on this side, okay? Another driver, the green driver right here. Okay? Green driver over here wants to drive to this lane, make a turn over here. You're supposed to go to the far end of the median. You know why? So they can see oncoming traffic. Listen. Listen right here. So, this right here is the cone of vision for the red car, okay? He can see all of this stuff. He has a full view of this entire area. Same with the green guy. Green guy can see all of the oncoming traffic, so he knows when to make a smart turn, okay? However, so many people, so many dumbass people do this. He pulls in over here, and he pulls in over here. You know why that's a problem? This guy's cone of vision is blocked by the car in front of him. Also, because a lot of times it's going to be more like this. Okay, now. So, red car wants to see oncoming traffic. He can't see past the car. All he sees is this. Okay? Same with the green car. Green car can only see what's around the red car. So he can't see where the oncoming traffic is. And so people are just fucking stupid! People are just fucking stupid! They always do this! I remember this one time. I properly moved my car to the end, to touching the other median, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that. That's literally how you're trained to do so in driving school. And then, this lady almost bumps into me. She rolls down her window like, what are you doing? What are you doing sitting there? You're blocking traffic. I'm like, ma'am, I'm making a turn. Like, yeah, you're supposed to do this. I'm like, no, ma'am, you're actually wrong. Like, the way I was so tired. The way I was so fucking tired. Lady, how are you still alive? Genuinely. Genuinely. And you know what? It was a fucking boomer. It's always a boomer. Yeah. Like, you're in the wrong. You're so stupid. Crazy. American drivers belong in hell. They should go to hell! Damn! Damn! The lead poisoning, eh? Damn, bitch! I firmly believe... This is like me being really like strict on it. I think every like 10, 15 years you need to retake your license test. Okay? Is it inconvenient? Yeah. But some people should not be on the road. If you forget the driving laws, you shouldn't be on the road. They're written in blood. You have to follow them. There's safety regulations. It's like no. You need to know the rules. And over the years, yeah, sometimes you forget. So you can just refresh on it. Relearn the rules. Take your license test again. Get it refreshed. Get back on the road, okay? Yeah. And also, girl, I have nothing but respect for the elderly. Some of the most psychotic driving I've ever seen has been from the elderly people. Because, like, it's scientifically proven you're not you're not as reactive anymore past a certain age. And not to say that there aren't old people who are like, how you say, like, they're not super with it and like snappy and like aware. But the more you age, the less likely you are to be completely focused on the road. And so, I firmly believe that for people above a certain age, I think you do need to retake your license test more often. I think so. Because I've seen some insane driving. Fully driving down the wrong way, driving into oncoming traffic. I've seen people try to exit a highway from the ramp, crossing 3 cars. Okay? I've seen some of the most insane driving is done by old people and truck drivers. And so I really think you need to retake your test every now and then, you know? Because I'm tired of living in constant fear of another driver killing me, you know? Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I get it. America's not a walkable country, and we do have to drive everywhere, which is all the more incentive that we retake our exams and are up to date with the laws of the road, you know? Yeah. Yeah, and I get it. I get it. They need to drive to go to work. They need to drive to do XYZ. I get it. I get it. Ideally, we'd have more robust public transport. But the problem is, there's no excuse. We can't have danger on the road. We can't. I'm sorry, okay? First and foremost, we can't have people killing each other on the road. And if that means it's harder for you to get places, I'm sorry, it's a worthy trade-off. It's brutal, it's mean, it's whatever, but if you being on the road will kill someone, you need to be off the road. Okay? No mercy. No patience. Okay? I don't care. How am I gonna get groceries? Figure something out. Figure something out. Because you're gonna kill someone. And it's not worth it. Okay? Your weekly groceries are not worth someone's life. Okay? So, I think it's ridiculous. Eat too many wings? Not possible. You're not talking like a real American. Real Americans have like an infinite black hole in their stomach for specifically chicky nugget and chicky wings. Fake American spotted. Yeah. If people drive badly then how's the public transport supposed to be good? They're all gonna be late all the time because of the bad drivers. If people drive badly already, how is the public transport supposed to be good? They're gonna be late all the time because of bad drivers. Sorry to parse out your sentence. Ideally, the bad drivers won't have licenses. I think we need to retake our exams. If you fail it so many times, you have it revoked. You have it revoked. Ideally, all the bad drivers are taking public transport. Ideally. Also, ideally, public transport works, but where I'm from, you get stabbed if you take it, so, like, it depends. It's not a thing? Wait, what's not a thing? Public transport is a thing here, just you get stabbed, so... Or kidnapped. It happens a lot. Or punched. Lots of crazy shit happens in my public transport for my city. Yeah, exactly, that's what I meant. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a thing. I mean, if you break enough laws, I think if you get arrested enough times, you can have your license revoked, yes. But, I mean, if you fail your license exams, like, that's like, on my vein of talking about, like, retaking your exams every 10 some odd years. If you fail it too many times in a row, you can't have your license. Okay? Yeah. I don't think you're allowed to have it. You just can't have it. If you're gonna be that negligent on the road, you shouldn't be driving a 2-ton metal death trap, you know? What happens if you just walk? You die from heat, you die from exposure, or you might get hit by a car because there's not many walkable areas. Like, America notably has not a lot of sidewalks in a lot of urban areas. Like, my city specifically has, like, shockingly no sidewalks. You can look into it. It's funny. My city specifically is kind of ass at it. Some cities are walkable. Some sections of cities are walkable. But if you wanted to walk to the store, you have to pass by several highways with no sidewalks. So technically you can, but you might get hit. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. No, I got my driver's test. I passed my first try. I'm a very good driver. However, I didn't take my parallel parking section of my exam because so my driving, where I took the driver's test, there was a mosque right next to us, and there was like a designated parking spot near the mosque that we would use for parallel parking exam, the parallel parking exam. And so the problem is the day I took my exam, prayer time happened. And so when I pulled the car into the parking lot to demonstrate my parallel parking, which mind you, I already know how to do, a car was already there. And so the sheriff that was administering the test was like, "Hey, do you know how to parallel park?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty good at it." He's like, "I'll just mark you as pass." And I was like, "Okay." And it's so funny because, like, I unironically know how to parallel park. Like, there's some places in my city where you do have to park. I know how. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. especially if you have a small car like mine, so... Yeah. And so, yeah, no, it's really that easy, so... Yeah. We can just helicopter there and no every traffic. The Taylor Swift method, yeah. Taylor Swift is just a girl with a big carbon footprint, you know? But guys... she really needs to private plane to Erewhon. The 5-minute private plane ride is worth it. Trust me. It's okay. Think of the billionaires. Guys, don't be so selfish. Poor Taylor Swift. It's so hard to travel without her private plane, you guys. Like, the private jet, though. You don't understand? She needs the private jet. Okay? She needs to drive her private plane all over just for 30 minutes, okay? Yeah, think about her poor Erewhon purchases. Think about it, you know? Yeah, poor thing. Yeah, you know, how'd she get her Labubu Ube matcha latte, you know? She has to ride her private plane. She has to think about the billionaires. Who is thinking about the billionaires? Yeah. Who's thinking about the billionaires? Those poor people. Think about them. How sad and lonely they are. You know? Yeah. Ridiculous. Exactly. The regular plane doesn't have Fiji water. No, you have to understand Taylor Swift is an innocent girl with a massive carbon footprint. You know? It's just... think about her. Think about this little pop star with her massive carbon footprint. Here I am, trying to minimize how much I use my car to reduce my carbon footprint. Me trying to minimize my waste output. Then these billionaires are flying by plane to get groceries. You know? Think about this poor little girl and her massive carbon footprint. Think about it. What are you talking about? Hi! I'm Gooby. My name is Gooby. Checking my work emails real quick. Alright, cool. Nothing. Nice slow Friday, as I expect. As I desire! Yay! Yippee! Yep, you're in defeat? I don't get it personally, but if you're in defeat, I don't judge you. I just think it's fascinating. It's not for me personally, but if you like feet, whatever makes you happy, brother. Whatever makes you happy. We regular people don't even do a deadless card. Exactly. Exactly. It's the big players who are not doing their due diligence. It's incredible how often her brain needs... I know it, okay? Oi. No. Anyhoy. What are you talking about? Ito. Hi! I wonder how many Europeans never get to see me stream because of time zones. You know? Yeah. It's like, hello! I am the most American member of my branch. Yeah. Girls are cute when they're a little oopit. Hey! I have a degree. I also have a license. And also, well, several licenses. I'm forklift certified. I own a firearm. I can drive. And I'm a silly Vtuber. I don't see your dreams ever due to time zones. Maybe it's because you hate me. Wow, you moved to a different time zone to avoid me? How come you don't live in America where you can watch me in real time? What, you hate me? Do you, like, hate me or something? It feels like Mona Lisa getting painted. Like... Yeah, having a firearm qualifies as smart? No, but I have a license, and a license sounds official. Yeah. No. I can't believe you literally just hate me. I can't believe you moved to Europe just to avoid me. Wow. You truly hate Gooby. I've done nothing wrong. All I did was eat your flesh and drink your blood. Yeah. Okay? I can't believe you literally hate me for doing nothing wrong. God forbid a girl wants a little quirky blood sacrifice. God forbid I have a curiosity for eating the flesh of others. Yeah. I did nothing wrong. Don't want me. No. You're dissing your Oshi. And there'll be blood to pay. Your blood shall be spilt this day for disrespecting your leader. Oh my god, blood, thank you, Force. Thank you. I wish I could have a cult. Oh, speaking of cults, we actually have lots of cults down here. And I have a hobby of, like, dropping by and taking photos of cults. I have pamphlets. Sometimes I'll go inside and, like, I'll go with a friend and we'll pick up some pamphlets for souvenirs. Yeah. Have another kind of red object. Carla Cliffgate! Can we flesh be full of grog potato? Girl, I love me some mashed potato. I've been craving European food lately. Well, Western food. I've been eating lots of noodles lately. Yeah. I was one of those kids serving at Scientology offices. Well, I am signing up my university business school for the Church of Scientology for all their newsletters. I just think it's funny. Now silence, Larry! Silence! The L in Larry stands for... Lastinky. Yeah, loss of aura. Exactly. Yeah. Get dissed, idiot. Gooby is so mean and so powerful. Aiadmirers simply quake in fear at the sight of me. Why did my work laptop do a funny? Okay. I demand to be cooked into either tacos or some kind of savory dish. Fried chicken Jollibees! Aiadmirers would be delicious Jollibees. Delicious Jollibee drumsticks. Cute and small? No, shut up. I'm not even that small. I'm just kind of on the petite side, okay? I ain't afraid of you, dork. Brando, I could finish you like that, okay? Wait, quick, this no. A European culinary test? Wasn't it this one French dish? that was like, I think it's outlawed, but it's like they take a bird, they trap it in darkness to throw off its circadian rhythm, then they drown it in alcohol, and then they cover their heads with like a cloth, and they eat it in one bite. They just grab it by the head and bite its entire body. What was it again? I think it was considered unnecessarily cruel. It was Ortolan bunting? Yeah, Orlotan bunting. Yeah. Let me see. What was it? Because I think it's illegal to prepare the food like that. What was it? Yeah. Where can I stop getting an AI overview? Can I just have a summary? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, gotcha. The birds are caught with nests set during their autumn migratory flight to Africa. They're then kept in covered cages or boxes. They are then force-fed grain, usually millet seed, until they double their bulk. They are then suspended upside down over a container of Armagnac, and then by dipping, made to drown, and then marinated in the brandy. Then the birds are then plucked, salted, peppered, and cooked in their own fat for 7 minutes. Many consumers of this dish place the bird feet first into their mouth while holding the bird's head. They eat the ortolan whole, with or without the head, and some may spread out the larger bones, while others eat the whole head, bones and all. The traditional way French gourmands eat ortolans is to cover their heads and face with a large napkin or towel while consuming the bird. The purpose of the towel is debated. Some claim it is to retain the maximum aroma and with the flavor they consume as they consume the entire bird at once. While according to the Daily Telegraph, air quotes, tradition dictates that the towel is to shield from the god's eyes the shame of such decadent and disgraceful act, end quote. And others have suggested that the towel simply hides the consumers spitting out bones. This use of the towel is begun by a priest, a friend of John Anthony... I'm not gonna bother pronouncing that. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy dial. Yeah, apparently it's illegal to consume that now. Yeah, which I can see is a little unnecessarily cruel, so yeah. But anyhow, dang, God's easy to hide from. Yeah, just under a single sheet. That's easy. That's easy. Okay, cool. Didn't know God had poor vision like that. Crazy dial. Yeah, but here in America, we have 100% hot dog, beef hot dogs at Costco, $1.50. Yeah, in my Costco they have churros. Yeah, they have churros in my Costco. And then they also have the delicious chicken bake. They've got pizza. They've got the chocolate froyo, the vanilla froyo, and the berry froyo. They've got Caesar salad. They got hot dog. They got all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Italian food's nice. I cook a lot of Italian food because it's easy. Have you had the cookies? Hell yeah, I did! I'm a true American. They're delicious. Yeah. Actually, Mexican churros or Americanized fake churros. I mean, honestly, it's like the churros are decent. The ones at Costco are decent. I mean, of course, I'll always go to the taqueria to get an actual concha or an actual churro. But like, yeah. I try to practice my Spanish there. I know my Spanish isn't very good, so like, yeah. Then horchata. Yeah. And they also make strawberry milk there too. And so sometimes I stop by the taqueria to pick up snackies. It's pretty close to the house, so sometimes I'll swing by before I come home from work to get snackies for my parents. Yeah. Have y'all heard that one time about Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus, but it turns into someone's OC having a gay experience with him? I mean, work, but like, I don't like Jax. I don't like mean characters for the sake of being mean. Like, I just don't find him pleasant. But that's just me. Personally. I'm a Zubul fan. I'm a Zubul fan myself. Yeah, a Zubul and Kinger fan. Kinger, my goat. Yeah. What are we talking about? Hi. I'm forgetful. What were we talking about before that? I guess I have to give you smoochies now. Hell yeah, Kinger, my goat. Yeah. YouTube channel that makes pastas after shift. What does that mean? Eh? There's a third brain reason. No. I must compensate with smoochies. I have to go soon. I have to take a call soon, so my meeting got canceled, thank goodness, but I do have to take a call though. I have to take a call, Burbies. I gotta go now. I gotta go. Yeah, goodbye, Burbies. I just realized the time. I have to go now. Good night, Burbs. Good night. Sudden streaming? That's because Axe is stinky. Yeah, I found Axe to be overwhelmingly smelly. Therefore, because you're stinky and dorky and you hate me, I decided to end stream to avoid you specifically. Frick you. You can blame it on Axe. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll hang out in Membies. We'll hang out in Membies tonight, though. Yeah. What game you playing tonight? I have no idea. We'll figure it out later. Yeah, maybe Crab Game? I did re-download Mabo Wabo. Yeah, it's Axe's fault. Yeah, everyone point and laugh at Axe for ruining it for everyone. Yeah, see? He's mean! Yeah. Thank you, Andy. You take care now. Of course, thank you for visiting, Europeans. Thank you. I'll see you around. I don't know how to play solitaire. I never played solitaire. I only played Space Cadet Pinball. Kimball. No. Anyhow, I'll see you later. We should play chess. I don't know how to play chess. I can play checkers. Although the last time I played was maybe in high school. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Goodbye, Burbies. Goodbye. Goodbye, Burbies, and see you later, Europeans. I hope you learned about America today. Ka! Fa! Yeah. Oh, Mundane, thank you for the juba. Before you leave, have my money. Guys! Watching stream is free, okay? I don't need that. Thank you very kindly, Mundane. Thank you for the shuba. Thank you very kindly. Ow. Munches you. Good night. Goody, wait! No. No waiting. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Girl, is there a bouncer at your PC asking you to pay up for every hour I stream? Like, no. Absolutely not. Now, good afternoon. See you later, Burbs. Goodbye, Europe. Corky, thank you for... What do you mean, nope? How do you deny your Oshi? Good night, dork. No, you have nothing to say. Good night, Hunter. Shoot, go away. Go away. No, you don't. No stalling. No stalling. I know you're about to stall. The bouncer. I hardly even know her. Okay. That's pretty good. All right. Not bad, Axe. Okay. All right. You're not. Okay. Not bad, European. Not bad, math nerd. Okay, I'll take it. All right. That's pretty good. Yes, I just very important. What? I was gonna say, look, let's see how it is. Mwah. Stinky. No. I showered this morning. No, yesterday night, pardon me. Cypher, shut up, no! Bounce on it, crazy style, Dio. That's me and Karlak, yeah. Being a math nerd is cool nowadays? No. But at least it can't be as uncool as being a VTuber, so I guess you got a leg up on me. I love you. What? Why is Hunter all clingy and stuff? Why is Weepin all clingy and stuff? What'd you do? Why are you all clingy? What did you do? What'd you do? What'd you do? Methinks you've been a little stinky. What the hell? How many times do you say goodbye? A lot. Aiadmirers do stall. Unfortunately, Aiadmirers have a terrible habit of stalling me for a long time, so, yeah. Now, talk to you later, burbs. See you later. Goodbye. Mwah. Mwah. Bing.